recommend this bill to the House.
I understand the next call is a split call. Brendan Horan, 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Sir, I'm just absolutely amazed that that side would stand there and tell New Zealand that black is white and white is black when our plumbers, gasfitters and drainlayers know what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong, and they can certainly see bovine excrement and they know what to do with it. So what this bill does is to vindicate the actions of the Plumbers, Gasfitters and Drainlayers Federation, an incorporated society with over 1,000 members whose purpose is to ensure that the industry gets treated in a fair and equitable manner. And they have been lobbying, sir, against a board that is simply not listening to them. It's not listening to the industry that it supposedly regulates. This bill is proof that the Federation has been right and shows that the board, its CEO, its 4 legal staff, the Minister of Building and Housing got the interpretation of the Act wrong, and the actions taken by them were contrary to the guidelines issued by the Treasury and the Office of the Auditor-General. Sir, it is vital that the board uses its statutory powers properly to gain the trust and respect of the industry. But currently, this is not the case. The industry is full of suspicion and discontent. The competence of the board and the minister that appointed them is questioned by industry. Given that the industry fund the board through their fees, many plumbers, gasfitters and drainlayers are becoming increasingly disaffected, which led to the establishment of the Federation, which is now the largest industry organisation in this sector. Just less than 2 years ago it was organised. And so they should question the competence and actions of the board, as the industry has faced a 10-fold increase in discipline levies and offence fees in less than 6 years. And it is now at the level where the industry and ultimately the consumer pay around $1.8 million annually for these functions. That's over $36,000 per week for discipline and prosecutions. Now, we don't see other boards that are 100% funded by the industry that also pay 100% for the prosecution of non-registered people. And, sir, is this bill setting a precedent for other industries? Are people in other regulated industries going to be levied in a similar manner? And the cost of housing is very topical at the moment, sir. What will these levies do to the price of housing if others in the construction sector are treated in the same manner as the plumbers, gasfitters and drainlayers? Members of this House will be aware that the legislation already provides the board an inexpensive method of dealing with unregistered persons who may breach the Act by instituting a range of infringement fees. But to date, the board has failed to implement this option. Many in the industry challenge the fees they are required to pay and have asked the board for a breakdown of what constitute the fees. But this board, and this is the same board that's spending tens of thousands of dollars appealing its deregulation as a registered charity. And sir, that's right, they tried to set themselves up as a registered charity, got kicked out, but with a minister in their back pocket, they are above the law. And sir, they are wanting to charge the industry over $1,000 to search for the fees information, and this is information that should be readily available to all who ask. Sir, this bill is a cover for incompetence. The board did not listen to the industry and ended up before the Regulation Review Committee requiring the government to bail them out. The Ombudsman in a recent report stated the board were wrong with regard to the offence fee and suggested they return over $600,000 to the industry. And the board is again before the Regulations Review Committee regarding the fees, and this bill will again bail the board out of a position it should never have got itself into. You see, sir, to quote a famous politician, Winston, and of course I'm talking about Winston Churchill, this board and its relationship with the minister seems to be odious in the highest degree. And sir, I cannot and will not support this bill.
I call Stephen Browning.
Speaker, I rise to speak to the plumbers, gasfitters and